He was larger than life. Literally. A man whose sheer size defied belief, whose presence could silence arenas, and whose battles inside the squared circle became legend. To the world, he was known as the Eighth Wonder. To wrestling fans, he was Andre the Giant. But behind the fame, behind the towering figure, was a man with a story as extraordinary as his size, and as tragic as his fate. This is the incredible, unforgettable story of Andre the Giant. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories of wrestling legends. And don't forget to hit that bell icon, so you never miss a moment of wrestling history. Early life and background. Andre René Roussimoff was born on May 19, 1946, in Coulommiers, France. He was the third of 5 children in a hard-working farming family. His father, Boris, was of Bulgarian descent, and his mother, Marion, was of Polish heritage. Life on the farm was tough but simple, until something unusual began to happen. By the age of 12, Andre already stood over 6 feet tall and weighed nearly 200 pounds. Teachers describe him as a gentle soul, but classmates were stunned by his immense size. Andre's condition was later diagnosed as acromegaly, a rare hormonal disorder that caused his bones and body to grow uncontrollably. While others saw him as a giant, Andre just wanted to fit in, education and path to wrestling. Formal education was difficult. By the time Andre was in middle school, desks and chairs no longer fit his frame. At just 14, he left school and began working, first on the family farm, then in construction, but fate had different plans. In the early 1960s, Andre was introduced to wrestling by a promoter who saw his size as a spectacle. He began training under French wrestler Frank Valois, who later became his manager. Wrestling wasn't just a career, it was Andre's ticket out of obscurity and into immortality. Conflict, rise to fame. Andre quickly became a sensation across Europe, then in Japan, where fans dubbed him Monster Roussimoff. But it was in the United States that Andre would cement his status as a true phenomenon. In the 1970s, under Vince McMahon Sr.'s World major rivalries and iconic matches. But what is a giant without worthy challengers? Andre's battles with the likes of Big John Studd, King Kong Bundy, and the Macho Man Randy Savage became the stuff of wrestling folklore, yet nothing compared to the feud that defined his career, his rivalry with Hulk Hogan. March 29, 1987, WrestleMania 3, Pontiac Silverdome. Over 93,000 fans on their feet. Andre the Giant vs. Hulk Hogan, the unstoppable force meeting the immovable object. The world watched as Hogan did the unthinkable, lifting Andre and slamming him to the mat. The slam heard round the world. It was the climax of Andre's career, and a moment etched forever in wrestling history. Personal struggles and setbacks, but while Andre's career was soaring, his body was suffering. The same condition that made him larger than life also caused unbearable pain. His joints ached, his mobility weakened, and even simple tasks became exhausting despite his fame. Andre often felt isolated, unable to blend in, unable to escape the spotlight of his size. There were also controversies. Stories of Andre drinking over 100 beers in one sitting, his temper when provoked, and the burden of being labeled a freak. Behind the smiles, Andre carried a weight heavier than any opponent. Comebacks and highlights. Even as his health declined, Andre's love for wrestling never faded. He reinvented himself, becoming the intimidating leader of Bobby the Brain, Heenan's faction, the Heenan family. He took on new roles, not always as the hero, but as the villain, and fans loved every moment. Outside the ring, Andre also found success in Hollywood. His role as Fezzik in The Princess Bride became iconic, showing the world his gentle side and humor, winning the hearts of millions who never even watched wrestling. Climax and resolution, legacy. But the Giant's time was short. On January 27, 1993, in a Paris hotel room, Andre the Giant passed away in his sleep at just 46 years old. His death shocked the wrestling world. Yet, his legacy lived on. Andre was the very first inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame, a fitting honor for a man who transcended wrestling, who brought joy, awe, and wonder to millions across the globe. To this day, every time a wrestler steps into the ring, every time the lights shine bright on the squared circle, the spirit of Andre the Giant lives on. Andre the Giant wasn't just a wrestler. He was a legend. The eighth wonder of the world. If you were inspired by his incredible story, make sure to like this video, share it with fellow wrestling fans, and leave a comment about your favorite Andre moment. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories of wrestling's greatest icons, because legends never die.